Good evening. This is Spirit Journey. I want to talk about UFOs. I was watching a program a couple of days ago. It was about a woman, and at the time of her abduction, she was like 14 years old, and she was with her friend who was 15, and the two girls, that it took place in South America. And they went out, they kind of like sneaked out of the house. They wanted to smoke, and they're minors, and they didn't want their parents to know. And they said that, well, the girl that's telling the story, she said that I think they saw a light in the sky, and then it came down close to them. And then she described the shape. To her, it reminded her of a fried egg, like I guess like a flat base and then the dome on top. She mentioned about the color. And it was some real funky color, I think lavender and some other lights. There were two lights. And the lights was spinning around. And then it clicked to me when she was telling the story. I'm thinking, let's say I'm an engineer and I built this craft, but I want the lights to be spinning around. Why would you design something like that? What benefit? Well, it would benefit if the people down below you want to abduct. So you incapacitate them with a spinning light because it puts them in a hypnotic trance. I think that's why it would be spinning. I don't see any other reason for that. And the type of colors it was. And you notice like a lot of the UFO lore that they show the craft, and on the bottom, so on the bottom it has that spinning lights. It just clicked. I think that's what it's for. And it really made me feel that was the reason, because one of the two girls who got abducted, her father worked for the government. He was a general, actually, in this, I forget what country in South America, but he was a general. And then I follow once in a while this researcher. His name is Stephen Greer, and he mentioned, or he at least believes, with the people he interviewed over the years, that the military in the U.S., they also have a space project. They have aircraft that look like the classic UFO, and that they use these vehicles, according to him, and do abductions. So this girl in South America, whose father is a general, and it made me think, hey, they're involved. And for whatever reason, they decided on these two girls, and it just so happened one of the father's a general. And then maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks after that event, because their parents, didn't believe their story that there was smoke. Their parents thought, oh, they're fooling around with these boys or something like that, and they insisted, no, we were just smoking, and we didn't realize the time. But either way, so you have a general, you have the general's daughter, and then the friend of the general's daughter, and then 2 weeks later, after the abduction, they have to move, the military family. So to me, that was a clincher, that what needed to take place took place, and now they're splitting. The military family. So just I personally never seen anything really bizarre. I do know that the government has very fanciful aircraft. Maybe 14 years ago in Manhattan, in New York City, by the Hudson River, there was a 4th of July, we call it aircraft show. And they had a vehicle, this, aircraft. It looked looked very odd. To me, it reminded me of a praying mantis. Very, I don't know, just looked weird like that. And it could actually hover, and it can go like side to side and kind of stay there like that, almost like it's floating. It was a big, big, humongous craft. And then maybe 3 weeks ago, no more than 3 weeks ago, also in Manhattan, I was in Central Park, and I was looking up at the clouds, and I saw some type of this type of plane, but it didn't look like a regular plane. It didn't have like the two wings. It was in the shape of a triangle, perfect triangle. It was more wide than narrow, and it was just heading south. And what else? I didn't hear any noise. It was just cutting through just below the clouds, and that was it. There was nothing else that happened with this sighting. I just took it as what it was. I'm just thinking that some type of government craft. At least I didn't feel it was anything real UFO. I didn't feel that. I just feel it's just. I think they have what they call those stealth planes, and I think those planes supposed to be like in a triangle shape. So I'm thinking, hey, maybe it was one of those type of planes. So that's all that I really want to say about UFOs, and I wonder what your thoughts are about the subject, and if you've ever seen one, and what are your thoughts about with the spinning lights? Do you think the lights are a device to hypnotize you so that they could immobilize you and bring you aboard? So that's it that I want to talk about, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.